All right, let's just be honest and let's try and calm down the madness. If you are a frequent visitor of the internet, and of course you are, it's 2019. If you're not doing that, you're on Twitter going, I don't like anything, everything sucks. You will have seen there is a bunch of leaked information about Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's why I've got my phone here. When I say leaked information, I mean a bunch of made up crap. Because people have said that you're going to go back to Vice City and you're going to visit South America and Cuba. The timeline, the story spans decades. Places, locations you go to will change as the years roll by. You can build your own drug empire like Narcos. Of course, Narcos would be an inspiration. And the weather can actually affect the environment. And all that would be cool, but it's also a pile of bullshit. So I, Simon Miller, here on VG 24/7, have decided to set the record straight and bring you some actual rumors that have some substance and have some concrete information and isn't just a bunch of made up crap trying to get hits. I mean, who on earth would do that? Let's do it. Coming in at number 10 is the fact that when you do indeed play Grand Theft Auto 6, your feet will never touch the ground because you fly constantly. You are a rocket man, inspired by the Elton John biopic that is in cinemas right now. Elton himself has sat down with the Housers and they've come up with this crazy concept that is unlike anything you've ever seen in a game before. Just imagine it. You know how good Rockstar games look. You're flying through the sky, the horizon, the sun shining down in your face, and just in the distance, we always have great soundtracks in Grand Theft Auto games. In the distance, you can just hear flying in a cinema. It is going to be amazing. Number 9 ties into the world itself because Rockstar has gone all out and they've created an environment so big that if you actually try to get from point A to point B, or get around the whole thing, it's impossible to do so. It will take you forever, which means you'd be dead, as in the human version of you would be dead before you were able to do this. Because imagine that on the back of the box. A world so big, if you actually try and get round it, you will die. Rockstar are not holding anything back now, and I think we should all be excited. Number 8 comes in the form that we have decided to focus on one protagonist this time, unlike GTA 5, that had 3. But you are going to have, I call it a mate for now, but you are going to have a best mate, you are going to have a sidekick, and it is going to be an elephant. Everyone designing the game kind of looked through the gaming industry and realized there aren't enough elephants in games. They're underutilized. So what better way to bring them back to prominence than to feature them in such a big spot like this? I don't know about you, but I can't wait. Flying in the sky constantly, knowing that you've got an elephant just waiting to give you a lovely hug when you need it. Number 7 could actually be quite revolutionary because Rockstar has decided to scrap GTA Online in favor of coming up with a new way to play its multiplayer component. You can now only activate this mode when you are sitting on a sofa next to somebody else that also has a copy of GTA 6. So in other words, they want you to start playing with friends. And GTA 6 comes with a special item or a special apparatus, whatever you want to call it, that you have to put down on the sofa, and as soon as your ass touches it, that sends a signal to your PlayStation 4 or your PlayStation 5, your Xbox One, Xbox One 2, whatever you want to call it, the Scorpio, letting you know that yes, I am sat next to somebody, we are in the same house, and then it becomes available on the screen. So no more, just sat in your basement with a controller, playing with strangers. It's all about being sociable and coming back together, all those things we've lost from the mid-90s. Rockstar was around then, they want to bring it back, and they're going to do it with the ass machine. Number 6 is all about the span of time that you're going to experience as you do indeed play through the story. Because the narrative starts in 300 BC, doesn't end until we get to 2456. So just think of all the colonies and civilizations you're going to be able to interact with as you do play through the brand new Grand Theft Auto, especially because even though it doesn't quite tie in, Rockstar know what their fans want, and you'll be able to buy a T-Rex as part of a downloadable content pack, and you will be able to run around on this T-Rex even when you're in the 21st century or whatever it was. We never thought that. That's why games are so exciting nowadays. We're finding ways to circumvent what's real. Number 5 carries on with all of that because despite having this huge environment, this huge open world for you to explore, you can also fly into space, land on Mars, and set up a colony. In fact, if you do that and you want to try and populate Mars as if it was Earth, that is a mini game that will take hours to complete. And there's definitely going to be some kind of alien or Martian on Mars, because just think of the social media content. Think of the share functionality on your PlayStation. You're sending that out there to Twitter going, hashtag look at my alien brother. It's just so much to look forward to. Number 4 also ties into this because it certainly seems like Rockstar has taken inspiration from a franchise such as the Mafia series. You remember in that game, you had a speed limit when you were driving your car. If you ran a red light or you did go too fast, you may be pulled over by the police. GTA 6 is going one step further. You now have to manually fill up your vehicle of choice with gasoline or petrol or diesel, whatever you want to call it, as you drive through. So if you are there, running away from the feds or whatever, and all of a sudden you hear bleep, 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 that means your tank is low. You better find a petrol station pretty damn quick. Otherwise, your car's going to stop in the middle of the road and you're going to jail. Number 3 ties into all of this as well because finances and money and the economy is going to be a huge thing in GTA 6 to the point if you run out, you're going to be in a bunch of trouble. So if you do keep, running out of petrol and you need to put some more in there, you want to keep those prices down. And that's why now you can fly across to foreign lands and invade them and ruin their government, their fascist government, to ensure that you're in control of the oil prices. You can then set it up however you want and ensure back in America or wherever the game ends up being set, the gasoline prices stay low, and that helps you with your bottom line. Number 2, you got to make sure your character always has a shit. If you don't do that, your character just shits themselves and NPCs look at them and laugh. You shit yourself. Number 1 is probably the thing that is going to excite everyone, and there's plenty of rumors out there that say this is legit. We all remember the hot coffee controversy from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Well, Rockstar ain't mucking around anymore, and they have brought it back, but this time it's official, and you can engage in sex minigames. So you can pick your partner of choice and just bang them until you don't want to do it anymore. Video games are all about choice, and it certainly sounds like to me GTA 6 has its finger on the pulse. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know any rumors you've heard about GTA 6, and breaking the fourth wall for a minute. Isn't ridiculous how many times these things just get made up out of nowhere. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to VG 24/7, and make sure you're always being vigilant when you're out there reading and reporting on news stories.